What We're Enjoying Wednesday, part of Elmhurst Public Library at Home, the library's online program series. Each week, our staff will be talking to you about what they are reading, watching, listening to, playing, or otherwise enjoying that they suggest to others. This week, I've been enjoying Girl Squads by Sam Maggs. This is a short nonfiction book about 20 female friendships that changed the course of history. Maggs highlights a wide variety of women from different countries and different areas of life, including sports and economics. It's fascinating to read about all these different cultures and amazing women throughout history. This is a very short book. It's great for adults, teens, and middle schoolers, and it could also be very nice to read to your younger children. If you liked Girl Squads, you might also enjoy Sam Maggs' earlier book, Wonder Women, about 25 innovators, inventors, and trailblazers who changed history. She highlights, a wide variety of women, great for women's history lessons, and it's wonderful to read about the history that came before us.
The Undefeated by Kwame Alexander, illustrated by Kadir Nelson. Unforgettable, undeniable, unafraid, unflappable, unspeakable, unlimited, unbelievable artists, athletes, and activists in Kwame Alexander's picture book of people and events in African American history. Something to think about while you're reading The Undefeated. How important is it to be reminded of and to learn about and learn from history, even the sad and painful parts? Is it important? Why or why not? The Undefeated honors the past, the present, and also extends hope to future generations of African Americans. Pick up The Undefeated from the library and see specifically who and what Kwame Alexander chose to pay homage to in his poem, recognizing the pain, courage, and achievements and relentless faith of Black Americans. The Undefeated by Kwame Alexander.
Hi, my name is Molly, and I'm reading The Half-Sister by Sandy Jones. I really love this book because it's a psychological thriller. In this book, two sisters, their husbands, and their mom are sitting down for a nice quiet Sunday lunch when suddenly a knock on the door changes their entire life. A woman shows up and claims to be their sibling. They have no idea who she is, where she came from, or why she would be claiming this. The only person that would have the answers for them is their dad, who unfortunately passed away about a year prior. So I really like this book because it takes you down different twists and turns, and the characters develop slowly throughout the book so that it's kind of a who's not telling what, who's hiding secrets, until at the very end, the full story is finally revealed, all of the secrets come to light, and it really kept me guessing the entire novel.
Hi there. This week I've been enjoying listening to a podcast called Smartless. Smartless is hosted by Sean Hayes, who played Jack in Will and Grace, as well as Jason Bateman and Will Arnett from Arrested Development fame, one of my favorite shows. The hosts record the podcasts together, but from their homes, in order to help promote social distancing. Each week, one of the hosts asks a special guest to join them from their home as well. Guests have included several people, from Will Ferrell to Kamala Harris. This podcast is a great way to take a break from everything and just laugh. Quick advisory, there is some foul language and crude humor, but nothing too overwhelming. Happy listening.
Hi, I suggest you pick up this book, Who Thought This Was a Good Idea, and Other Questions You Should Have Answers to When You Work in the White House. It's the memoir of Alyssa Mastromonaco. She worked for Barack Obama in the years leading up to him being in the White House, and she worked for him until 2014 when she resigned from her position. It's a fast-paced, unpretentious book that contains many humorous anecdotes about meetings with famous leaders throughout the world. She candidly writes about how she dealt with the male-dominated world of politics in the early 2000s. The book is less about politics, though, and more about relatable everyday stories. I found it inspirational in the way that Mastromonaco worked hard to get things done even when she was not sure about how to do her job. The book is really a story any of us can learn from, how hard work and confidence can take you a long way.
Hi. For the past few weeks, my husband and I have been streaming Star Trek Lower Decks on CBS All Access. In Star Trek Lower Decks, we follow Ensigns Tendi, Mariner, Boimler, and Rutherford as they go about their daily lives on the USS Cerritos. Now, the USS Cerritos is not your first string ship, such as Enterprise D or Voyager or even any of the other Enterprises. This is going to be your second string ship. And we're not even following our main crew of the captain and first officer and the main engineer. We're looking at the ensigns. Now, for me, as a lifelong Trekkie, I'm really enjoying this. There's a lot of Trekkiness in it. The messages are there, the aliens, the far-off lands. There's also a ton of Easter eggs to follow. But what's really awesome is that my non-Trekkie husband is also really into this. He says that it's really nice not having to memorize Memory Alpha or go through all of the backstory or watch every single episode of every Star Trek beforehand to understand what's happening in the show. So this is a very accessible Star Trek, which I think is fantastic. And it's just silly and lighthearted and fun, which we need more of that right now. So if you get a chance, check out Star Trek Lower Decks.